Hey guys, now you can follow me on Facebook. Just go to facebook.com/UltraMaximusReviews.
Oh, hey, it's Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Ow! Oh!
You suck.
You are badass, and you're hot. I love you, Buffy. Hello YouTube, Ultra Maximus back with another toy review, and today we're taking a look at another Marvel Legends figure, and it's from the Toys R Us exclusive A-Force set. And today we're taking a look at Elsa Bloodstone. Now this is definitely an interesting figure, and the character is a monster hunter. I've only seen her appear in a couple comics, and she's been compared to Buffy the Vampire Slayer. But she's not really. She's more of a female, what's his name that hunted the vampires that Hugh Jackman played? Van Helsing. And that's really what she reminds me of, is just a female version of him. She comes loaded with a couple of shotguns, which is pretty darn awesome. And she, for the most part, looks like she would in the comics. I've got two issues with the look, though, and I'll talk more about that when I get there. I actually have Spider Bitch holding one of these shotguns normally, because she comes with 3 guns. She's got a gun in a holster, which is really, really nice, and then she's got the 2 identical shotguns. I give Spider Bitch one of those, and then I typically have been having her, if I can get this gun off of her hand, she's got this little pouch right here where the one gun is at, and then I have her just kind of hold the flap like she's, if I can get this to focus, have her hold the flap right there like she's about to pull the gun out, and it looks pretty cool sitting up on the shelf. And just to show that gun off, it's a revolver. And it's painted pretty decently. I definitely dig that. I think that is pretty cool. And I like how it's got the little flap. But it'd been nice if there was a little way to actually latch it. But it looks pretty decent when she's kind of pulling it open, like she's actually going to use it. Now, as far as articulation on this character, if we can get this to focus again. Alright, so her head moves down pretty far, which is pretty cool. It does not move up too far because of this big long red ponytail. Her head does move back and forth. She has a spin up at the top of the arm, and then there's a hinge that she can, if I can get this thing to focus. What is going on today? There we go. So yeah, her arm moves up and down. There's a hinge right there. She has that single jointed elbow that twists just like all the other girls in this set do. She has a very nice hinge on her wrist that also twists. She has a diaphragm at the top that really just kind of wiggles back and forth. We don't get much motion. Again, there is no articulation in the waist, which is unfortunate because she's got 2 lines where she could actually have had that. She kicks up pretty far, which is nice. She kicks back, not too bad, but not all that great. She kicks out about that far, and I don't know why the focus is going crazy on this figure. She has a double jointed knee that is not hampered by the boot, which is really nice. There is no swivel at the upper boot, which is a bit unfortunate. And then she has some pretty tight joints on her feet. And let's see here, they've got ankle pivot, but it's not very, very much at all. It's actually rather disappointing. With this being her widest possible stance, with both feet still flat on the floor. So taking a closer look at the figure itself, this is sculpted so well. I love the details and features on the face. It reminds me of another character, and I'm not really sure who it is. It might be not Jean Grey, but maybe Black Widow, the newer Black Widow. I'm not really sure, but I really do like the sculpt. The paintwork looks good. I love the hair. It looks like the comic book hair. Definitely very cool. It looks like there's a very slight hint of some blackwashing in the hair, which is very nice. Of course, that may just be shadows. No, it's definitely some blackwash in there, which is very cool, giving it some definition. She's got this choker with the Bloodstone on it, where she's supposed to get her powers from, at least from some of the comics. I think that would have been cooler if that was a piece of molded plastic on there. The other issue I've got is on her chest. I like the chest, don't get me wrong, but it's supposed to be pretty low cut from what I remember in the comics, and they went a little PG with this version. The other thing I've got as far as detail goes on this figure, and this is a nitpick, I can see the orange paint under the shoulder on the jacket on the right arm. The left arm is fine, but it kind of breaks that illusion that that's a jacket there. And again, that's a nitpick. Everything else painted very, very well. I'm definitely digging it. The guns are painted, but they're very bland in the fact that it's a gunmetal gray and a brown plastic for the wood. But hey, it works. So taking a look at the midsection of the figure, again, everything's sculpted so well. I'm loving the midsection. Her nice, tight little flat belly with the belly button looks cool. I love the belt draping over her hips. She's got the gun holster that the gun can go in. The jacket has an underpaint, which is nice, so it's got a different interior than the exterior. Very, very clothing-like. All the detail on the jacket looks good, except for that one shoulder where I can see the orange through it. That's just a nitpick to me. And hey, it's a $120 set. I can nitpick, damn it. But everything else looks really, really good. I think they did a good job with it. I like the orange. The orange color from the suit does match what we get out of the comic book. And finally, taking a look at the legs of the figure, the boots done really well. I like how they're up to the knees, and then they got the front cuff on front of the knees. That looks really, really nice. I like the gun holster. Kind of straps around there with the silver buckles. I'm not sure if you can see it in this shot or not, but that's very, very cool. Definitely digging that. It stands really, really well. She doesn't have much ankle pivot, though, which that's okay, I suppose, but I really would have liked a bit more ankle pivot out of the character to get it in more dynamic poses, especially for the guns. That kind of goes with the elbows, too. I wish she had the double-jointed elbows, and we could have got a lot more really cool gun poses with her, but, I mean, it is what it is, and this is not a character I was after to begin with. For comparison, here we have Elsa Bloodstone with two of her wave mates. We've got She-Hulk and the Singularity, and she's kind of in that mid-scale as far as height goes. She's not as super tall as the She-Hulk, but she's also not as petite as Singularity is there. Definitely a cool-looking figure. I think this is a nice figure for customizing. Unfortunately, because she's in a $120 gift set, it's kind of hard to get a hold of her to do the customizing, I would think. So is Elsa Bloodstone a figure that you want in your Marvel Legends collection? Well, this is going to be one of those hit-or-miss characters. I think if you like the obscure characters, you're going to like this figure. If you like the Supernatural and the Monster Hunters, you're going to like this. If you've got a Marvel monster shelf, she's definitely got to go up on that shelf, I think. There are a few minor gripes that I have with this figure, but overall, I think this is a really cool figure, especially for one I'm not particularly after. She's another one of those figures where in hand, I'm really glad I do have her because she looks really cool sitting up on the shelf, but I'm not going to go specifically for the character. And I don't know, maybe it's because I like a redhead. But yeah, she's definitely very cool. She comes with a lot of guns, and she looks pretty bad arse. So there she is, Elsa Bloodstone, from the Toys R Us exclusive Marvel Legends A-Force set.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, thumbs it up. If you hate this video, thumbs it down. To watch more Ultra Maximus, click on the links to the right. Don't forget to subscribe and share, like us on Facebook, and look for more videos in the future.